Daniel, congratulations on tonight's win. The coach spoke very highly of you, said you had an excellent game. Does this result make up for Saturday's entirely?
I mean, I wouldn't say it makes up for it. I think it just gives us a little bit of momentum. Obviously, that was a tough loss for us, and I think those points could potentially be big points at the end of the season. But we still have 20 games or 19 games left, so there's a lot of hockey left, and you want to use all these games as we go forward into February and March for momentum. So I think more than anything, it's kind of just a building block going forward.
Help me understand this. You've lost 7 at home, but only 4 away. Why do you reckon that's the case?
I mean, I couldn't tell you. I think we've kind of preached having better starts, especially in our building. And it's not for lack of fan support and energy in the building. So I think it's something that we're going to need to correct, obviously, because it's important going down the stretch to make sure you're winning your home games and making sure that you're not giving up points, especially in your own building later on in the season.
In the heart-to-heart in the dressing room after Saturday's defeat, would I be right in thinking you stood up and had a say and contributed to the debate?
I think everybody there was a bunch of guys. I said my piece, and I think guys just kind of saw it from their perspective. It's always good, sometimes you don't know what guys are thinking, and so it's kind of nice to have a fresh perspective and not have Aaron be the one speaking. Never really had to do that many times, but it was really good, and I think it kind of showed what kind of character we have in the locker room, and then obviously, signs of great teams through a long season are how you bounce back and being resilient during times like this. So definitely difficult loss, but I think we bounced back, and I think it was very important for us.
And could you give me a gist of what the message was for yourself?
I just said, we're at the top of the table, and I think that we have to kind of remember that even in tough times during the game, even if it gets, we're down a goal or 2 goals. We've been in a position before, we've been down 3 goals in a game, 4 goals in a game, and we've rallied back. So we have the hockey IQ, we have the skill set. Just kind of reminding guys to play with some confidence and a little bit of swagger, going forward here, just to, it's one thing to be at the top, but it's also another thing to kind of play like it. So I think just reminding the guys to do that. But it wasn't anything revolutionary. It was just kind of reminding guys and how I felt from the perspective and what I think of the group and what we have in the locker room.
Okay, you've got a semi-final first leg in Fife on Wednesday. Now, while that's third down the list of priorities, perhaps, they're always exciting semi-finals, aren't they?
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game, obviously. This is kind of my first time going through it, so the whole aggregate system is kind of different. But, anytime you get a chance to play and you're not practicing, that's kind of a good thing. So it's nice that we've continued on through the tournament and through the Cup Challenge. And, it's going to be definitely a fun game. If you want to get a photo of Mike's beardless, you want to turn that around. Mike!
Oh, the beard is gone.
That's Lord Farquhar.
So you never actually played in a knockout semi-final aggregate?
No, nothing of that sort. So it's different. It's different the way sometimes thought process and you're obviously going into every game you want to win, but it's kind of interesting to think, even if you win the first one, there's still potential you got to be on top of it to win the second one as well and not give up as much as you're scoring.
Up until Sunday night tonight, you've lost most of your, or not won most of your first periods. Can you explain why it's been a bit of a difficult start to matches over the last 6 or 7?
Yeah, I think there's some games that we've talked about. There's some games where we try to figure it out, and we're going back and forth where we're trying to, see the way the game's going to go instead of dictating the play. And I think Aaron did a good job of speaking about that the last couple games, and it's something we're just going to have to stay on top of and not let slip. And hopefully, that kind of becomes our MO, and we have great starts, and we can kind of roll teams over with our 4 lines being the deep team that